supposed to be the Super Bowl preview, right, between the Eagles and the Chiefs last night, and we thought it was going to be fireworks. We had a production call before this game yesterday, and I was like, I just don't know if it's going to be this, like, punch for punch, like, heavyweight battle between the two 5-1s. There were some moments, there were some nice things, but let's just be honest here. For a second, Philly controlled the fight the entire way through. They disrupted any sort of rhythm that this Dolphins team wanted to put together, and they showed why they are still one of the most dangerous teams in the NFL. Haason, Reddick, and Josh Sweat lived. They posted up, they set up a cots and a tent and the whole thing. They like made themselves like a French press coffee in the backfield with the Dolphins the entire time they were just hanging out. They disrupted the high-powered offense every single chance they got. And while the offense wasn't perfect, they dictated how this game played out. That 7-minute drive to start the game, it was a tone setter. It happened right from the jump. And those last two drives to eat up nearly 10 of the final 11 minutes, just put the thing away. Let's give some love to, lots of people deserve it. Brian Johnson, okay? He gets lots of credit for learning from some of last week's mistakes. They stuck with the run game, even though it wasn't as efficient as we were used to seeing from this team. They averaged 2.9 yards per carry on the night, but the commitment is what we look for, right? They committed to running it 34 times. They keep the Dolphins off the field. They open things up for the passing game. What more could you want if you're an Eagles fan, people? And that allowed a certain someone to get to work. We need to talk about A.J. Brown, okay? A.J. Brown was unguardable again, once again. 10 grabs for 137 yards and a touchdown. And there was a lot of talk this week about Tyreek Hill, who we love. He participates with the show Dialogue on the interwebs. We love Tyreek Hill. He should be in the MVP conversation. What about A.J. Brown, people? He made a case, continued to make a case of his own. He tied Calvin Johnson's NFL record, picking up his 5th straight game with over 125 yards. Are we joking? And I mean this very sincerely. He has a legit case for MVP right now. No receiver is ever going to be in contention for MVP when his quarterback is also lighting it up, okay? They're going to give it to the quarterback, and that's just the reality. That's just the way it is. But AJ, not Jalen Hurts, at least right now, has been the engine. AJ has been the engine that is driving this offense, okay? While Jalen has not quite been himself, and that's okay. And he's leading all quarterbacks in turnovers through 7 weeks. It is AJ that is the standout right now on this offense. Let's enjoy that. Let's give AJ his love, and let's open the door to an MVP being an actual possibility for a wide receiver in this offense, in this league. And let's factor in that he has more yards right now than all of the Tennessee Titans wide receivers combined. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, everybody. Girl math, boy math, MVP math. Let's do it here because that context matters. With what he leaves Tennessee and they're completely disrupted. They got nothing going on. I mean, his former team went from a contender to a complete mess without him. So we're seeing, connect the dots, direct correlation between his presence and wins. And I'm trying to think of another wide receiver that's had that sort of impact, and I kind of can't. Can you? Hit me up at Up and Adams Show, at Hey K Adams, whatever. Hit me up in the YouTube chat. Love seeing you guys light it up this morning. Darius Smith, I'm sure, has lots of things to say. I have to call it our friends over at FanDuel Sportsbook. Friends, family, I mean, they let me do the Profit Boost token last night that so many of you got it on. I was so excited to see it. But hey, FanDuel Sportsbook, you guys too busy making my Profit Boost tokens and all the fun that you're forgetting to put odds up for A.J. Brown? You bet, Tyreek, fine, Diggs, Chase, even Devontae Adams, fine. There's no bet on FanDuel Sportsbook for A.J. to win MVP. That is BS. I hate it. I don't like seeing it. I'm calling you out, Sportsbook, the traders, the smart people with the abacuses and all the algorithms and all that. Let's start the campaign right now. Add AJ, get him up on the Sportsbook. What are we doing here, FanDuel? There's no receiver with a better case. Sorry. Make the case. Make the case for somebody better than A.J. Brown right now, especially given the context of him outperforming what the quarterback is, as far as you're always going to give it to the quarterback, which I just said. The missing piece to Tennessee and what they're not able to do without him, the win correlation, the fact that he's stringing together consistently $125 games. I mean, there's not a better case for a receiver as the most valuable player as we approach the halfway point of the season. You cannot. I thought about this a lot this morning, so you're not gonna. You can't give me another name. Make a case, read it, and weep. Now, another of the weekend's most anticipated matchups was. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.